the 3 steps of positive communication. Now, this is a great English language communication method that will help you to communicate more effectively in almost any situation, particularly when it's a little bit of a difficult situation, perhaps a negotiation, perhaps a team discussion where things are getting difficult, or especially when there's someone that you disagree with or someone that disagrees with you. So let's have a look at this technique and see how you can use it. Well, first of all, it's a 3-step technique. The first step is to show that you understand the other person. And the second step is to express your opinion or to say why you disagree or to say what you think. And step 3 is to propose a solution and make a request. And again, this is a great technique for when you're negotiating in English or when you're discussing something in a meeting, either with a native or a non-native English language speaker. So let's look at some examples of how that technique works. For step 1, show understanding, you could say something like this. I can see that more investment could help this technology to become more efficient and to prolong its application lifetime. Step 2. However, we feel that it would be better to select emerging technologies as investment targets rather than existing ones. Step 3. So how about we look at some of the new small-scale batteries now being developed in India? What do you think? Okay, let's look at another example. A complete example on screen now. Step 1. I understand that you feel there is limited time to make design changes and procure materials. Step 2. However, the design changes are necessary to improve efficiency and ensure the facility complies with the new environmental regulations. Step 3. Therefore, I'd like to convene a project team meeting to share ideas for implementing the client's request. How do you feel about this idea? So let's just stop there for a moment, go back and review the technique. Step 1 is to show understanding. And this is where you really say what you understand, not just I understand, but I understand this, I understand that, I hear what you're saying. And step 2 is where you express your opinion, you say why you disagree, or will you say what you think or what you feel. And step 3 is where you propose that solution or you make a request. Again, this is a really great, simple 3-step communication method that you can use in almost any situation when you are speaking English. Let's have a look at some more example phrases for each step, starting with step 1. Now, step 1 is all about showing understanding, and before disagreeing, show the other person that you understand and repeat their opinion or what they think or what they feel. So here are some ways you can do that. I understand that, I recognize that the issue is very important to you. I hear you're saying that you're frustrated about the way this situation has been handled. I appreciate that you feel ... So if I understand correctly, you're mainly concerned about ... I can understand why you'd be upset about the way that our sales department made promises that we can't deliver. I'm not happy about it either. I know how you feel. The regulations are a problem for us too. It seems you're upset about ... It seems you're worried about... Okay, so that's step 1. Step 1 is all about showing how you understand. Step 2 is all about expressing your opinion. It's respecting your own opinion and feelings by clearly communicating. Now try to use appropriate linking words to avoid sounding aggressive. So what's a linking word? Something like this. However, I feel that. Or nevertheless, in our situation we need to. Or on the other hand, we must consider. Or even so, it's important that. Now these are open words. However, nevertheless, and so on. They're open words. But is a kind of stopping word. If you say, I understand that you're upset about this, Mr. Smith. I truly understand your situation. But we feel, that but is a kind of stopping word. It's better to say however we feel. So please remember that. However is an open word and but is a sort of closed word. Step 3, proposing a solution. Now, proposing as a solution is you moving the discussion forward by presenting your idea or by asking for a suggestion. Here are some example phrases. Therefore, I'd like to suggest that we, how do you feel about this idea? I feel it would be better if we, could you agree to this? So one possible solution could be, would that work for you? Or finally, if you don't have a proposal to make, you could say this. Do you have any suggestions? Now that's a great idea because you can invite the other person to give his or her recommendations. Okay, so that's the 3 steps of positive communication. Now please note that this is not a magic method that works every time you use it. In fact, don't use it too much. Don't just sit there and say, I understand, however, so let's do this. Only use this technique when it's really necessary and when it can be effective. But it can be helpful in discussions with your staff, with your colleagues, with customers and so on. And it's useful as a general communication technique, whether you're in meetings or in negotiations or whatever you're doing in your daily business life in English. In fact, you could also use it in your own native language, whatever language that happens to be. Anyway, I hope that was helpful for you. We'll be posting more videos on general communication skills, so please come back to this channel, please bookmark the channel and come back to it, and look out for more information and more content here. Thank you.